Justin the Outdoor Guy, and today I'm going to be doing a Tackle Tuesday video. This is going to be my top 5 jigs, and I'm going to show you what I like throwing my jigs on and other tricks and tips on jigs. So here we go. So my first favorite jig is the Z-Man. This is a Z-Man jig. It's a very small, pretty sure it's a Z-Man micro finesse jig. And I really like these jigs for pond bass. The farm pond that I fish has lots of small crawfish or crayfish, whatever you want to call them. And so this perfectly imitates those. And I usually catch a lot of bass on this. And occasionally I'll catch some really big bluegill on them too. So I've caught some big shell crackers. So yeah. And I will show you my next jig. But first, I'm going to talk about the rod that I like using for jigs. Usually for jigs, I'm not throwing really big jigs. And I'm usually fishing them in ponds or skipping them underneath docks. So yeah, so I was just talking about, sorry I had to cut the video, but I was just talking about what I like throwing my jigs on. And what I was going to say is that I like throwing my jigs on a 6'6" medium heavy rod with a 6-4-to-1 to 7-1-to-1 gear ratio bait cast reel. And I like the 6'6" medium heavy because usually I'm fishing these jigs in ponds, or I'm fishing them underneath docks, so the shorter rod helps me skip them accurately underneath docks. And the line that I like using for these jigs is 15 to 20 pound fluorocarbon line. On some of the jigs you might want to go up to 25 if you have really heavy wood cover. But yep, so let's get into my next jigs. Okay, so my second jig that I like is any swim jig. So here's a swim jig that I like. Any type of swim jig. I just like swim jigs in general. Yeah. So there it is. The next jig that I like to use are Bitsy Bug jigs by Strike King. And I really like these on ponds because they're very small and they catch a lot of fish. So yeah, there it is. And the last jig that I like, which actually I believe that is 4 jigs. It is 4 jigs, right? Okay. So I'm gonna do into.
We've upgraded. We have a camera on now.
But I gotta get my other jig that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. But the third jig the fourth jig I like is a Franklin Jigs 3/8 ounce jig. And this color is, I would call it green pumpkin June bug. So here it is. Get a really nice shot of that. And I like skipping that one underneath docks and boathouses. That's a really good jig for spotted bass and largemouths. And let me grab one more jig. You turned it off, right? Nope. No, Maggie. Okay, so the last jig that I like is a finesse jig. It has a little ball head on it. Here it is. This is kind of an old jig. But yeah, I like fishing finesse jigs on spinning rods with 15 to 20 pound braided line and an 8 to